Figure Force. It's Figure Force, YouTube, toy, collect the team, vlogging to save the day. Figure Force. Nostalgic vintage toy heroes. Figure Force.
Figure Force is the codename of 4 daring, middle-aged, highly obsessed toy vloggers. Its purpose, to bring toy reviews and nostalgia to YouTube and Instagram, video sharing websites that allows users to upload, view, share and comment. Hi, I'm Rudy Zissou, and this is the One Bid, One Win Challenge. The One Bid, One Win Challenge. So I'm a little late to the party with this one, considering that Xortrider started this challenge. I have no idea how many weeks ago it was quite a few. And before I get into the experiences of my attempt at this challenge, I've got to say a huge thank you to everyone that took part in this challenge. It's not often that we get other YouTubers and vloggers, content creators attempting these challenges. To see all those that came along, it's really humbling, and I'm so glad that you guys decided to take part in the challenge. We saw some really cool toys out there from this challenge. So thank you from all of us at Figure Force for taking part. So yeah, my experience of the One Bid, One Win Challenge. To refresh your memories, the challenge was to win a toy on eBay from just one bid. Yeah, some people nailed it. Some people it just happened, you know. Xortrider came up with this challenge because he bid on something, forgot about it, and literally won it. I, on the other hand, just didn't. It has taken me 4 attempts to actually do this challenge. Firstly, I thought, do you know what, I'm gonna get some of those vintage Simpsons toys. I was desperate to get the Bart Avenger, the Bart Simpson action figure where he's dressed in purple like a superhero, and I thought, you know what, they're pretty old now. You know, you can pick them up at toy fairs loose all the time. I'll have a quick look on eBay. I'm bound to win that one for sure. And you know, there was an auction starting, 7 days. Started at, I think it was like £3. And it was still on the card. The card was damaged, the bubble was damaged, and it was yellowing. And I thought, I'm an absolute shoo-in for this. Got to about 4 days in, nah, outbid. So I was just like, okay, that's one attempt down. That's annoying. I've gone in for the most, you know, interesting toy I've thought about getting in terms of vintage for a while. Okay, I can start again. I've got a couple of ideas about how I want to, you know, get something for this challenge. And I thought, do you know what? I keep seeing gargoyles figures at toy fairs, and I'm just like, I really want to get one. And there's a specific one I want to get. I thought, do you know what? I'll have a go at that one. Bear in mind, I'm forgetting that the Disney Plus streaming service is about to start, and they're going to show the full collection of gargoyles. So that one was a bust. After the first day, I got outbid, which in hindsight, I kind of pretty much knew it was going to go that way. So I thought, right, I'm going to totally refresh. I've been watching Graham, the Collector 75 Zoid videos, and I saw that Xortrider picked up a few from either a car boot or a little toy fair, and I was just like, yeah man, I really want some Zoids. You know, a real pick up and play, something I can have fun with, and then I've got a nice little display piece. There is hundreds out there to choose from. So put the bid in. It started at £5, and I thought, yeah, it's a pretty decent price to start at. You know, if you go to kind of low, like the Bart Avenger at £3, you know, it's going to get outbid. So I thought about £5, that's pretty good. I reckon I'll stand a good chance of this. No, that's again a complete bust. I got to about 5 days, and I was just like, no, I'm not going to win this damn challenge. This challenge sucks. So what just created this really difficult challenge for us, and I just thought to myself, Shaka, when the walls fell. Oh yeah, I win. I absolutely win. I won from the one bid to the win. 7 days. It was at £10, starting bid of £10, postage and packaging included. I win the next generation Dathon. What a thing to win. I cannot believe it that nobody was interested in an unpunched mint unsealed card. OG. Is it Playmates? It is Playmates. Star Trek The Next Generation action figure. I guess nobody's interested in Star Trek anymore, or they just don't like one-off episode characters. But oh yeah, this one is entered in to the Science Fantasy Experience collection. I am a huge Star Trek The Next Generation fan. It's my favourite iteration of Star Trek. And there are 3 standout episodes across the 7 series of Star Trek The Next Generation. The Inner Light, Yesterday's Enterprise, and Darmok. There has never been a more interesting, poignant, and well-directed episode as Darmok. And to have an action figure of that, it's just absolutely incredible. I cannot believe the condition of this from a 1993 action figure. And I'm sure there's going to be mint on seal card collectors aghast when I say I'm going to open him up. I know he's unpunched and I know he's in great condition, but I have a Beverly Crusher sealed, so I know what the packaging is like, forever staying in the package. Because usually the rule is, if it's vintage, it doesn't come out of the package. But now that I've got 2 iterations of an action figure from a beloved TV show of mine, this one's getting open. But before we get there, let's have a proper look at it. It's just got those full-on 90s colours that are just what Star Trek is about. They include, in some ways, you know, the red for command, the yellow for engineering, a little bit of the blue for the science and the logo. And because this is from a Series 7 episode, it's right at the end of the line. So the action figure, it's going to be absolutely stunning. I cannot wait to get this guy out of the package, and it comes with a card and some seriously cool accessories. For people that have seen this channel before, you'll know how much I love accessories that come with action figures, whether it's fishing rods, pieces of bread. This has got one accessory that makes the figure what it is. On the back, you've got a little bio of Dathon, and you've got a huge range of the characters. Locutus of Borg, Picard, there's a Borg, and then you've got the Vorgon from Captain's Holiday. That's an awesome episode as well. And the face sculpts on some of these, considering these are, 25 years old, these action figures, the construction at the time, it's amazing to have something so screen accurate. The likes of the Star Wars Legends can't always get the face sculpts of those characters together, and a much older type of action figure is just absolutely nailing it. And you can see the vintageness, even if that's a word, of this packaging. So coming spring of '94, Star Trek Deep Space Nine video game on Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo. Also coming soon, from Beyond the Final Frontier, Star Trek Deep Space Nine action figures and accessories. I think the Star Trek packaging really is something special. It's really stereotypical of that early 90s. I can understand why people would be aghast at me opening it, but let's have a look of Dathon outside of the plastic prison. So here we have Captain Dathon from the episode Darmok, free of the plastic prison. Here he comes with his own bio card. He is a Temerian captain. They speak in metaphors throughout the whole episode. That's where the Shaka, when the walls fell, comes from. And for anyone that has seen any sort of bits of Star Trek, the character of Dathon was played by the actor Paul Winfield, who you will well know from Terminator. He is Lieutenant Traxler, but he is also Star Trek alumni. He is one of the Starfleet officers who meets up with Khan from the Wrath of Khan, and he gets the, let's say, the fear-inducing nightmare material mind control bug in the ear from the Wrath of Khan. Man, that scene scared the absolute life out of me as a kid. I still have eerie thoughts about that, just thinking about the Wrath of Khan and the slug going in his ear, and the screams. It's frightening. But yeah, he plays Dathon, and out of the package it is absolutely stunning. As you can see, it comes with 2 daggers, one which is a Temerian dagger that you can actually keep in a holster on there. The colours on this figure are absolutely stunning, and it looks like it jumped off the screen. The detail and colour on his head, I just can't believe it. As I said, I don't have much experience other than my mint on seal card Beverly Crusher, and in some ways she's quite a plain character, just in her medical blue uniform with her gown. But this just absolutely pops. There's little flashes of gold all the way across from his captain's uniform, and incredibly well painted on eyes. And this is kind of what I was talking about when it comes to face sculpts. It must be so much easier to make a face sculpt of an alien, because it literally does look like Dathon jumped off the screen. And I couldn't tell that behind it came with a stand. It was just hidden behind the collector's card. So there's a little stand of the fireplace, which is an integral part of the episode. It's where Picard has kind of found a way to communicate with Dathon, because they just don't speak the same language and there's no universal translator. So Picard tells the story of Gilgamesh in the style of his language, and as I alluded to at the start of the video, it's such a poignant way of how we interact with people, so that you don't have to speak the same language to understand. And in terms of that accessory that I mentioned, you get a stick with the fire to create that fire, that pivotal point in the episode where they're both sitting around the fire telling stories of battles and the friendship that comes, the communal aspect of starting a fire together. And to have an accessory representation to go with the action figure it's just a great addition. In terms of articulation for these figures, you have actually got, I think it's maybe about 9 points of articulation. You've got head swivel, shoulders up and down, there's elbows, backwards and forwards, and then you've got waist, legs, and a bend. So considering it's a vintage figure, you still get a hell of a lot of manoeuvrability, and the fact that it comes with a stand as well. I'm super pleased about that. Just getting surprised by vintage toys is always a favourite part on the Science Fantasy experience. Nobody bid. Absolutely. Why did nobody bid on it? I guess people aren't interested in Star Trek The Next Generation anymore. I guess it truly is Shaka when the walls fell. Toys, the collecting frontier. These are the episodes of Figure Force. Its continuing mission to explore all things nostalgic, to seek out new toys and old, and to boldly go where no vlogging collective has gone before.